Why was the fall of Constantinople in 1453 so important for history? Imagine a city that had stood for over 1,000 years, a symbol of Christian and Roman history, suddenly falling to a rising empire. That city was Constantinople. When the Ottoman Empire, led by Sultan Mehmed II, finally broke through the massive Theodosian walls after a siege lasting 53 days, it changed everything. The last Byzantine emperor, Constantine XI, died defending his city, ending an era of Eastern Christian dominance. The Ottomans then made Constantinople their new capital, renaming it Istanbul, and it became the heart of their empire. This event was more than just a city falling. It was a turning point that reshaped the entire region. For Southeast Europe, it meant the start of centuries of Ottoman rule. The Ottomans expanded into the Balkans, controlling key territories and establishing a new power structure. This marked the beginning of a long period where the Ottoman influence shaped the culture, politics, and religion of the region. The conquest also had major religious consequences. Islam became a permanent part of Southeast Europe's landscape. Christian Europe watched with concern as Ottoman armies pushed into Central Europe, even laying siege to Vienna twice. For the people living under Ottoman rule, new laws, religious policies, and cultural influences took hold, many of which still echo today. The fall also caused a huge migration of Greek and Balkan scholars fleeing westward. They carried with them ancient manuscripts, art, and knowledge from the Byzantine world. Their escape helped spark the European Renaissance, bringing classical ideas back into focus. But for Southeast Europe, this meant losing many of its educated elites and cultural treasures. Economically, the fall disrupted trade routes that had connected Europe and Asia for centuries. With Constantinople under Ottoman control, European merchants faced higher tariffs and more obstacles. The overland Silk Road became less reliable, prompting Europeans to seek new maritime routes. This led to the Age of Discovery, with Portugal and Spain exploring new ways to reach Asia by sea. These voyages eventually created a global trade network, but Southeast Europe was left behind, still under Ottoman control and outside the new economic centers. The event also revealed how internal divisions and lack of unity could lead to disaster. The Byzantine Empire had been weakened by internal conflicts and religious disputes between Catholics and Orthodox Christians. Despite pleas for help from Western Europe, little was offered. The split between the Eastern and Western churches had made cooperation difficult, and the West's delayed aid meant the city fell. This failure to unite had lasting effects on how Southeast Europeans viewed their relationship with the West. The fall of Constantinople also marked the end of the Middle Ages and the start of the Renaissance in Western Europe. While Western Europe flourished with new ideas and art, Southeast Europe entered a long period of Ottoman dominance, which kept it separate from many of these cultural advances. In the end, this event shifted the course of history. It ended a 1,000-year-old empire, started Ottoman dominance in Southeast Europe, and pushed Europeans to explore new trade routes. It also helped bring classical knowledge back to Europe and showed how division and conflict could lead to major change. For Southeast Europe, it meant centuries of Ottoman influence that shaped its identity, culture, and politics until the modern era.